life practice community.
All right, so welcome. This is my rendition of 80s aerobics. I can't breathe in these pants at all, so my apologies if I'm a little awkward in my movement. But anyway, come into a comfortable cross-legged seat, please. As you come into your seat, just sit up nice and tall. Take your hands onto your knees. Take a big in-breath through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Good. Scoop your shoulders up to your ears. Roll them back and down towards the ground. Just do that one more time. Shoulders up to the ears. Roll them back and down towards the ground. Take an in-breath. Float the arms up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, you're going to twist, taking your right hand to your left knee. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, grow a little bit taller through the spine. As you exhale, think about really drawing that left shoulder back, looking over the shoulder. Keep rooting down through the sits bones, extending up through to the crown of the head. Take one more in-breath, look forward. As you exhale, slowly release. Float the arms back up on an in-breath. As you exhale, twisting, taking the left hand now to the right knee, right fingertips come behind you. Keep the spine really long as you inhale. Exhale, look over the shoulders. So a little bit of a deeper twist here. Really spreading through the collarbones. Inhale to look forward. Float the arms all the way back up. And then as you exhale, just take your hands down onto the ground in front of you and flip over onto your hands and your knees. So you're lengthwise on your mat. So stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Hip stack over your knees. Take an in-breath here. Think about dropping the belly down, open the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round into your back. Chin tucks, tailbone tucks, draw the navel in. Inhale again, open through the heart. And as you exhale, rounding through the back. Inhale one last time, drop the belly, opening through the collarbones. And exhale, pressing the hands into the floor, rounding through the back. So come into a nice flat back here, tuck your toes under, push yourself up and back, downward facing dog. As you take downward facing dog, start to pedal your legs. Dropping one heel to the ground at a time as the opposite knee bends. Just doing that a few times just to make sure everything feels really awake in the body. And then just taking your toes just a little bit closer together here. So much more of a narrow stance. As you take your next in-breath, rise high up onto your tippy toes and just drop your heels over to the right. Bend your knees and send your hips back. So you're kind of bowing into the left side body. Think about pressing down into the arms just a bit more equally. And then as you inhale, rise back up onto your toes, twisting your hips to center, and then drop your heels over to the left. Again, bend your knees, send your hips back. Think about getting that space all through the right side of the body. Lots of space here. Good. Inhale, rise back up onto your toes, pivot your heels back to center, and then just lower your heels, coming into just a bit more of a relaxed downward facing dog shape. Just a couple breaths here. Think about really pressing down into your palms, the inner hands especially. Lifting your hips up and back. And then begin to step your feet all the way to the very top of your mat. Stay here in a standing forward fold. Keep your feet hip width, maybe a bit wider. Make sure the knees are soft. Some of you might have a pretty decent bend. And then just let the upper body dangle. Take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Create a little shelf for your forearms to rest. Try to let go of your head here if you can. Maybe give your head a little shake. Yes, no, no, yes. Maybe let the upper body sway from side to side a few times. Good. Make sure you're pressing down into all four edges of both feet equally. Find that connection. Take your hands behind your back. Lace your fingers. Reach your knuckles up and away from the back body. Maybe a little wiggle of the shoulders from side to side. Good. And then just take your hands back to your low back and allow them to fall all the way down towards the floor. Bend into your knees, push your feet into the floor, come all the way up to standing, take your time. Good, your shoulders are going to scoop up to your ears, roll them back, and relax them all the way down towards the ground. Good, take your feet a bit closer together, root down to the soles of your feet as you lift up through the heart, find a nice solid breath here. When you're ready, arms float up. Inhale, Utthita Tadasana. As you exhale, hinging forward from the hips, reaching your hands to the ground as you tuck your chin. Inhale, lift halfway up, nice flat back, nice long spine. And then just stepping the left toes to the back edge of the mat, lunge into the right knee. Take an in-breath, send the chest forward. Exhale, drop the left knee so it taps or hovers the ground. Inhale, lift the left leg up, push the heel back. Exhale, drop the left knee to tap or hover. Just a couple more times, just kind of waking up into that left side, so as into the hip flexors, the quad. Make sure that the shoulders are drawing back. You are finding that extension through the front of your body. Good. Next time you pick up that back knee, plant your palms, step back into a high plank. Take an in-breath here. As you exhale from the toes or the knees, lower all the way down to the belly. Take the tops of your feet to the mat. Inhale, coming up into cobra, pulling the heels of your hands back, rooting into all 10 toenails. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck your toes. Push yourself up into a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Take one in-breath here. Take one out breath. Look forward between the hands. Step the left foot all the way up. You need to physically grab the ankle to bring it up there. Go for it. Pop to fingertips. Left knee forward, right heel back. Chest is forward. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the right knee to tap or hover. Inhale, pick it up. Press the heel away from you. Exhale, dropping down. Good. Just keep moving through this like you're moving through honey. So very slow, controlled, deliberate movements here. Waking up the front of the body. Good. Picking up that right leg for the last time. Step the right foot forward. Lift halfway up. Inhale. As you exhale, fold back in. Inhale, rooting through your legs. Float the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands come together in front of the heart center. Savrasthiti. Good. So bringing your feet right together. Bend your knees. Drop your hips. Inhale, float the arms up. Sink down into Utkatasana, chair pose. A bit more weight back in the heels. Think about getting the tailbone nice and heavy, maybe pulling the belly in slightly. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, pull your palms together in front of your heart. And then keeping your body upright, just twist your chest to the right. Notice if that left knee wants to pop forward. Extend the arms in opposite directions so the right arm is reaching back. Good. Get a tiny bit lower. Keep the upper body facing this way. You're going to shift your weight into your right foot. Gently step the left toes back. Hold this here. So a little twisted crescent. Good. Stay upright if that feels best for you. Otherwise, right hand is going to tilt back. You're going to find that left thigh. Left arm reaches up and back. So think of a nice long line from the toes to the left side all the way through to the left fingers. Good. With your next in-breath, lift back upright. Turn forward, hands are at your heart, and come right into warrior two. Good. Maybe adjust your stance here. Press through the heels, soften the toes, gazing down the right fingers. Nice, solid breaths. Think about pushing down through the floor and really trying to gain that length into the upper body, treating your head like a little bobblehead, just hovering over the shoulders, letting go of any tension here. Take one more in-breath. Press into a straight right leg. Exhale, reach forward. Pull that right hip crease back. Right hand lands maybe on the shin, maybe on the block, maybe the floor. Left arm reaches up. Maybe look up towards that left thumb and then soften into the left side rib cage. So maybe creating a little bit more length through that right side by doing so. Really charge down into those legs. Good. With your next in-breath, reach that left arm over your head. Think of a nice long line from the outer edge of the left foot again, through to the left fingers. And then as you inhale, look down towards that top foot. Bend into the knee. Placing your fingers on either side of the right foot. Hop up onto the toes. Take an in-breath here. As you exhale, step that left foot in slightly so you can lower the left heel to the ground. Draw that right outer hip crease back and fold over the front leg. Blocks are really helpful here. If it feels like there's a lot of hyperextension or just some yuckiness going in that right leg, find a tiny little bend, that's fine. Otherwise, think about pulling the right hip back and really plugging down into the base of the right big toe. Just a few more breaths. Inhale, lengthen the chest towards the toes. Exhale, melt everything down towards the floor. Good. With your next in-breath, look forward, bend into that right knee, walk your fingers forward, come into a standing L. Take an in-breath here. As you exhale, fold the chest in towards that right leg. Try to get the left leg up a little bit higher. You might grab onto the right calf with the hand, and then just lift the left leg up a bit higher as you pull the chest in towards that right thigh. Take one more in-breath here. As you exhale, both fingertips to the floor, or sets of fingertips to the floor, you're gonna cross that left ankle behind the right, so the pinky toes are as close together as they can be. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, fold over those crossed legs. So bring a bend into that right knee, if that's helpful. Good. And just keep relaxing the weight of the upper body down towards the ground. You might find that kind of tipping the hips forward to get the hips stacked over the heels just brings a better sense of sensation for you, just depending on your body. Good. Take one more in-breath here. Exhale again, just relax. And then slowly come all the way up towards the up towards the stand, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling as you inhale. As you exhale, pull your palms together in front of the heart. Now you're going to shift your weight into that right leg. Take the left foot, bring it to the inside of the left inner ankle, calf, or pick it up, pressing it into your thigh, coming into Vrikshasana, tree pose. Good. Think about sanding that left thigh back, rooting through the tailbone, really engaging through the muscles in that right thigh. Maybe float the arms up. Good. Finding that steady focal point. That drishti will be very helpful here. We're going to take one more in-breath. Turn the left knee forward. Exhale. Left foot to the floor. Hands together in front of your heart. Good. So again, coming into that chair pose. Bend the knees. Drop the hips. Inhale the arms. Float up. Good. Weights back in the heels. Belly's drawing in. Reach through the arms. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, palms come together in front of your heart. Twist the chest to the left. Again, notice if the hips kind of want to shift. Try to keep the lower body as is. Just finding that rotation in the upper body. Good. Stay with your breath. Stretch the arms out. Get nice and broad across the chest. Take one more in-breath here. As you exhale, shift your weight into your left foot. Slowly step the right toes back. Finding that crescent. Take your time to get here. Left hip hugs back. Right leg's really strong. Think about lifting up through the crown of the head. Feel the belly kind of zip all the way up towards the sternum. Stay put here or tip, taking that left hand to the right thigh. Right arm reaches back. Good. Again, trying to find that really long line from the right toes all the way to the right fingers. With your next in-breath, lift back up. Good. Hands come together in front of your heart. Drop the right heel. Come into warrior two, facing the right edge of your mat this time. Good. Hold this here. Maybe adjust your stance. Possibly getting that left heel kind of to align with the right arch. Gazing down the left fingers here. Find your breath. Let go of any tension in the face. Try to find the strength in this pose. The strength and the steadiness. Good. Take an in-breath, straighten into that left leg. Reach forward, feel the left hip pulling back, and then tip down. Left hand is gonna fall where it falls. Maybe have that block at the ready. Right arm comes up. So as you push down into the legs, feel the right side rib cage just soften down towards the ground. Notice if you're turtling your neck. So if the shoulders are hiking up, draw them back. Really extend out from the collarbones here. Turn that right palm forward. Reach the arm over your head. Think of that nice long line from the outer edge of the right foot all the way through to the fingers. Good. With your next in-breath, look down. As you exhale, soften into that left knee. Hands are going to frame the left foot as you pop up onto the right toes. And then just step that right foot forward slightly so you can drop the right heel. Inhale, the heart extends over that left leg. Exhale, fold. Again, using props if you have them handy and you find them helpful. And we use props, it's just kind of Adding like length to our arms or our legs if we need it. I have like crazy long arms, so it's never an issue, but some of you might find that just, it makes the posture just that much better for you. So think of wrapping that outer left hip in, plugging down into the base of the left big toe. Good, we'll take one more in-breath here, look forward. As you exhale, shift all of your weight into your left leg, pop your fingers forward, come into a standing L. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding the upper body in toward that left leg, reaching the right leg up a bit higher, push through the ball of the foot, spread the toes. Maybe the left hand finds that calf as you gently coax yourself in a bit closer to that standing leg. We'll take one more in-breath here. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, crossing that right ankle behind the left, so the pinky toes are as close together as they can be. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, fold here. Take a moment, again, bending into that left knee. Good, and then noticing again, does it feel better to maybe tip the hips forward? Does it feel best just to stay put? Good. Take one last in-breath. Exhale it out. Slowly come all the way up to stand. Reaching the arms up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, pull the palms together in front of your heart. Begin to shift your weight into your left leg. Take the sole of the right foot now to the inner ankle calf, or find the inner thigh. Ooh, hands are at your heart. Take the right knee back. Don't mind me, I'm a bit wobbly. Good. Left leg is really strong. Maybe reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Good. With your next in-breath, turn the right knee forward. Exhale, right foot to the floor, hands together in front of your heart center. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. And stepping back, high plank. Take an in-breath here. As you exhale, lower chaturanga, keep the elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra, yogi's choice. Exhale, pressing back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good, just take a couple breaths here. Noticing how your breath feels after these movements. And just if there are any spaces that are perhaps a little bit more open. Good, rise up onto your toes now. Slowly lower your knees all the way down to the floor. Tuck your toes under, walk your hands back, and just land your bum onto your heels. Getting a nice little opening into the soles of the feet. If this is a lot for you and it feels really yucky, just bring your fingertips forward to offset the weight. Otherwise, stay put here. Just a couple breaths. And honestly, if you feel like your toes are gonna snap off, ease out of it. It's really not worth it. Good. Take one last in-breath. As you exhale, hands to the ground, maybe a little smack at the tops of the feet. And then sit your bum back down onto your heels. You're gonna take your left fingertips behind you here, and then take the right arm, sweep it forward, over to the left. Start to land the heel of the left hand onto the ground. As you lift your hips, reach the right arm to the back of the room. Good. Looking up towards the ceiling, using those neck extensors. Inhale here. As you exhale, lower your seat, sweeping the right hand all the way over to the right side, fingertips to the floor. Left arm sweeps forward, lift up, begin to lower the heel of the hand to the ground if you can. Reach the arm back, lots of space all through the front of the body. Good, take one more in-breath here. As you exhale, slowly sweep the arm back down, come to center. Taking your knees just a little bit wider, walk the fingers forward, and then just pop up onto the fingertips, lifting the inner wrists up, lifting the armpits up. Feel your bum get nice and heavy as you lower your forehead to the ground, keeping that lift into the armpits. Take a few breaths here. And you really want to dig the finger pads down into the floor. Good, we'll take one more in-breath here, lift the head. Exhale, palms to the ground as you settle your forehead all the way down. Take a few just really nice solid breaths, maybe a few really good exhalations out through an open mouth.